Yo, what is up folks? TCG here, and today we're taking a look at Timeless Dredge, but with a very special twist. With Outlaws of Thunder Junction, we got some new cards from the Breaking News set onto Arena, and in there was Reanimate. I've played a little bit with it already, with like Atraxa, Show and Tell. That looks really cool. Check out that video if you've not already. But here, I was looking at Dredge and like, hey, Reanimate fits pretty well. We want to bring creatures back from our graveyard to trigger Prized Amalgam. What's the best thing that we can bring back? And you can bring back something like Atraxa, and it's like fine. It's like, okay, I've got this big power thing, but it doesn't really like fit, align too well with the Dredge game plan. And obviously, when you don't have the Reanimates, they're just dead cards somewhere. And that got me thinking, like, okay, what else can we bring back? I was like, how good is Bane Ripper to bring back? Hey, you set up a board with your Dredge stuff, you get a bunch of creatures into play, reanimate a Bane Ripper, your opponent can't rack you out, struggle to interact with your stuff. Okay, that's pretty good. But I kept thinking, and both Bloodghast and Silver Smoke Ghoul are vampires, which means they interact really, really well with Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. You can throw Silver Smoke Ghouls at things and they always come back, because Sorin's +1 is sacrifice a vampire to deal 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life, which is enough to trigger this. Obviously, you can do that again with the Bloodghast. You can put counters on your Death Touch and Lifelink. Card actually synergizes really, really well as being like, hey, we have our own special show and tell. That's also one-sided, so we don't have our opponent put into play an Atraxa or Omniscience by accident. And so, kind of combine those things together. Blue-Black Dredge in Timeless, but with vampires. So we have our like typical Dredge cards. We've got 4 copies of Murthroat Secret Keeper to mill 4. Otherworldly Gaze, kind of the best way to help us find the other bits of the combo, as well as putting cards in the graveyard for Dredge things. Of course, we've got 4 copies of Glimpse the Unthinkable, the most like powerful, like just card for card, a number of cards we can get into our graveyard. And then we have our kind of Prized Amalgam to come back from the graveyard with Narcomoeba and Bloodghast to trigger it. Bloodghast as well, also just benefiting from all the fetch lands that we have access to. And then Silver Smoke Ghoul comes back, you gain 3 life. Creeping Chill, when you mill it, does 3 damage, and you gain 3 life, which triggers this. So we've got a bunch of ways to trigger Ghoul. And then Sorin, you cheat Bane Ripper into play, or Reanimate, you cheat Bane Ripper into play. Reanimate, obviously, this does cost you 6 life. Like, sometimes you'll be in positions. The Timeless Burn deck is quite popular, but once you have it into play, Bane Ripper does a ton of work, and you've got a bunch of ways to gain life in the deck with Creeping Chill and Sorin. Well, so Sorin to -3, or Reanimate to bring it back. It's worth noting that, like, if you want to play a normal Dredge deck, you can play Reanimate in there and play like Founding the Third Path. It synergizes really, really well with that, but finding the space for everything is pretty tough. Like we're playing 3 Sorin, 3 Reanimate, with no real way other than Otherworldly Gaze to find either bit, but with the idea of like, hey, if we draw into Bane Ripper, we can Sorin it. If we mill it, we can Reanimate it. We've got a few different ways to get to play, and then we're kind of cramming that into a Dredge shell. So there's like 18 lands here. There's 4 Polluted Delta, 4 Frozen Strand, 4 Bloodstone Mire, which will work with Bloodghast, 2 Warrior Graves, a single Undercity Sewers for when you don't have a 1-mana thing to do. It's not come up yet where I like kind of draw it and have it like kind of be a problem, but you can always fetch for it when you need it, and just get the extra surveil is really, really nice. Swamp, Island, and an Otter Warrior. Just like kind of like counting towards there being decks in the format that will Blood Moon you, and obviously Otter Warrior is just a great catch-all answer to everything. Going to be taking this into some best of 1 Timeless Ranked. If you're watching on YouTube, please do like, subscribe, share the video around. Really appreciate it. And also, I'm streaming this on Twitch, so you can check out and follow me there as well. And yeah, let's get into some matches. Okay, we've got 2 enablers here, along with the Reanimate. Creeping Chill's kind of dead in hand. We have the Show and Tell combo, but not the lands for it. I think I'll keep this. And we can use Otherworldly Gaze on upkeep to try and find a second land. I'm going to keep this. Slam, Fletch, Watery Grave, Secret Keep ourselves, and then set the stop on my upkeep for the Otherworldly Gaze for next turn, for turn 2. Partners mulligans, I think, twice, but only while I've been looking, so it might even be... Okay, they're on 5. Sure. I'm going to set this for next turn, in case I forget, but top priority should be filling our graveyard up. And also Otherworldly Gaze here, that's also totally fine, I think. Considering it, but I think we do this. Basically just like the, hey, we can hit a busted Dredge start if we hit Amalgam plus Dark Amoeba or Ghoul plus Creeping Chill, like, hey. And we've got the stop here, we'll try and find a land with the other Worldly Gaze here. And if we don't find a land, hopefully we find something too here. Alright, Polluted Dart the other way. If they mulligan to 5, there's a chance they're doing something absurd. Oh. They could even be playing Dredge. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna draw step other Worldly Gaze here. Okay, we find a land, we also find a Vein Ripper. Okay. Draw. Sure. I'm gonna find a Swamp here to save us a little bit of life, but I'm gonna go ahead and reanimate Vein Ripper. My graveyard, please. This one right here, officer. And then that'll bring back our Prize Amalgam. Now we're cooking. They mulligan to 5 as well, but we can't get to... Like, they could easily just... They could, like, glimpse hit 4 Creeping Chills and we just lose the game on the spot. Which isn't likely, but hey, can happen. For sure. They have no good attacks. Which is a shame. Oh, they even have the Wonder? Yeah, there's a Wonder here, so give their creatures flying. Okay. We have the second Reanimate. What does the second Reanimate do? Oh, we can take the Wonder out of that graveyard. That's kind of cool. Other than that, we have other Worldly Gaze. Needs to be a little bit careful. Okay. Going around willy-nilly reanimating things is a little bit dangerous. If you reanimate Wonder, which I think is pretty sweet. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna be dead to 2 Creeping Chills and kind of be okay with that. This is fine. That's one. That's one. Okay. I'm gonna put a stop here so I can upkeep other Worldly Gaze ourselves. Maybe we can find something. Okay, Brainstorm isn't too bad. But the other thing, like, there's space and Timeless to get a little bit custom because you've got the fetch lands, the mana base is so consistent. You can... Brainstorm is, like, fine. I really like playing Orcish Bowmasters if you're playing, like, normal Dredge. But, yeah. Yeah, the Wonder's not in my graveyard, so it doesn't give these flying. That doesn't give the Prize Amalgam flying, unfortunately. Yeah, they do have a bunch of stuff though. What happens if we draw a land? Oh man. I'm not really threatening lethal. Okay, I don't know the Worldly Gaze. One draw step. Okay, King Creeping Chill is big. I'm gonna put these all in the graveyard just in case I find a land. Okay. And so we have the land to bring us back. Yeah, they had Double Glimpse, which is like that's one of the most powerful sides you can have with Dredge. Luris probably means Fractal. If they thought to just take the Glimpse, how screwed are we? On the play. These cards are not great. This is like Enabler into Glimpses as much as you can ask for in Dredge, really. So like 5-card hand doesn't really get better than this, even though like hey, having the Narcomoose and Prize Amalgam isn't totally ideal. Okay, yeah. So specifically burn. which means that in spite of this Bloodghast, I think I want to find an island here to reduce our life loss a little bit. And we'll secret keep ourselves nothing. Okay. Yeah. No actual turn 1 creature is okay. Like, easily take like a ton of damage. Is Bumping a sorcery an instant? I think it's an instant. I'll swamp here and save this for. I mean, this one's an end. But we're gonna self bumps and then see what we hit. Come on. Money, 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 money. Okay. I mean, I can't complain too much, but I think we milled through. Yeah, there's 2 Sorins. Oh no, only 1 Mate Ripper. Okay. We didn't really hit tons. You have 1 Bloodghast right now. Etching is a bit of a problem. Stops us blocking super well. Sort of. Well, do they have another land? This is the question. They do. One is a vault. So this brings back Bloodghast. He cast Prized Amalgam. It eats a lightning bolt, which then gets exiled. We flash back gaze. Also play a wall. That feels miserable. Roll 19. I am gonna do this. I don't know other one of the games before I fetch. I probably should have just led with this. Just in case we hit Outlaws. I'm gonna all kinds of feels bad. Kind of got hard punished for keeping these 3 because we drew into even more of these effects. Upkeep stops the gaze. Okay, it looked like they were going to bolt the Secret Keeper for a second. I was ready for it. I was like, please spend 2 bolt effects on the Secret Keeper. I'll give anything. But it sounds like they probably have like bolt play with fire, in which case I can just play with fire through it. That's fine. Lurrus gives you like an angle to go to late game as well, where you can kind of, hey, there you go. Start just removing stuff. Do this now. Big gaze on top. They're on 13. I mean, this can't block. Sure, it gets X out if they block, but deal. Deal. And then I'm gazing now because Stitcher Supply, sorry, Silver Mercule checks on our end step and our opponents. Sorry. Chill and then get 2 ghouls back. One other cool thing with the vampire package is that you can use Silver Mogul to trigger Vein Ripper from play, like by sacrificing this to draw cards. Thanks to Commandos again. That's kind of sweet. Is there a red source? No, it's any source you control. They're on 9. We can play this with haste. Oh well, they get. They want to keep no, because they don't actually have that much stuff to play with Luris. Okay. Attack with these. I guess if they block them, they This feels so bad. You get to play the commander again, but like it's not in play for like a full turn cycle. I forgot these decks play Keeper. This is pretty cool because it enables all the spectacle stuff. Like it enables play with light up the stage, it enables skew the critics. That at least goes to graveyard now because they don't have a commander who's actually in play. This is the bane of me as somebody who likes playing Dredge in multiple formats. You may get into life. Or at least still no Bloodghast the Great. Skewer me. Okay. There are some good hits. None of these. I put them all in the bin. I can cast the Otherworldly Gaze. Probably better than Random Draw Step. Yeah. One of these is coming back, but he's going to lose a lot of this. Huh. Both these cards are actually really good. This shoots Luris and gains this life, which is, I think, you value. Alright. Do this. We're in a weird spot right now. We definitely want to keep the Silver Moat alive then. Then we get to use the other Vampire Synergy the deck has. Hey, we're in danger of dying. There aren't any bumps to flash back, but they're not that far away. We'll see. No. Oh, I needed that. Absolutely needed that. Okay, that's tough. 7. This doesn't have haste. This will have haste. We have a blocker here. Oh, we also have the other one, I guess. I should have upkeeped this and dropped Sorin into the plan. Anyway, so we have one Bloodghast, we have one Silver Moat. He did not die. He's dead to pretty much anything. So we can play Bloodstained Mire, bring back the Bloodghast, throw the Bloodghast at the Luris. We just need to live this turn. What do they draw? Here are the critics. We got 3. So just run the model. at 6. Any advantage to doing that off the top? Okay. If we had one more land, we could like actually doesn't. Okay. What have they got? Like the one block we can make. We're at 2. Oh, I was about to say if we go to 1, we can find a thing. I was like, what kills us from 1? We have lethal. If I make a Vein Ripper, I can go. No, that's not how that works. Oh. I can go. I can't go Vein Ripper and sack this. Or I can, but not the way I want to. This is tough. I can also give him this lifelink. That gets us more life. To be fair. This is menace. How many chills have we got left? 1. Alright. And the ghoul comes back because we've gained life for the Sorin. We don't have a basic to fetch. Oh, we have a win condition, right? We do have a win condition. Tap the top of the deck like really hard. Was it a creeping shot? I don't think anything saved us from that. That looked kind of rough. Like starting with Silvermote Ghoul and Archimedes, but with 2 decent Dredge enablers in hand. I think we'll keep this. And then maybe this will get us into a Vein Ripper as well. Be some extra value. This is too many cards that we want. You should bin the Vein Ripper then? I think we bin this Vein Ripper and just play for this Glimpse there, think of more. Okay. It sort of feels wrong, but hey. Oh, Hedge Maze heavily implies okay, I was gonna say heavily implies like Titan stuff, but Atraxis, that's not and tell. Maybe they drew their one of. We're just gonna glimpse here. In this matchup, I'm happy finding the Watery Grave, just in case we run into any other issues later. Okay, we hit a pile of Dredge, good stuff. Alright. We just have to worry about show and tell. Wow. I got Sanctuary as well. Okay, this is like a really greedy. What I think. X 7. Might just die. Uh, they're at 7. So if they have a... I'm trying to think if third land is good enough. I'd probably just leave a glimpse on top. We try and hit the required number of things. I just have to assume this is show and tell. If it's show and tell omniscience, we lose. Well, probably lose. Alright. What we got? Let's sit back and chill. Okay. Demonic Tutor says we should lose the game. I just want to see what the plan is. Approach the second sun. And then some kind of like dig through time. Yeah, that was it. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, we did not... Turn 3 is still tough. Can still lose to Sean Tomlinson. Double Secret Keeper Glimpse. Gotta be pretty happy. That's a Luris. And either like Rakdos Midrange or Rakdos Burn, both very popular. Should play one more after this, I think. Maybe 2 more. Okay. ERC. Okay. More like Rakdos Act. Put it out there. We have access to double blue with the Otter Warriors. I'm just gonna find a basic. We'll go to combat here. Bring a few things back from the graveyard. We have a Secret Keeper left. I should probably set a stop here for the other Worldly Gaze. We can try to draw step a little bit. One thing that, like, biggest recommendation for playing good is just get used to always setting the stop, because sometimes you forget, and often it's like, actually, I should upkeep other Worldly Gaze so you don't. Well, yeah. So you don't draw something you want to dredge through or get to find your next enabler. They've got those in the green. This is fine. Our plan for the turn is to cast the Secret Keeper currently. We can still do that, so you might as well get the additional information. They could also be playing blue and playing like Grixis. Fairly happy to draw the Worldly Gaze. But still likely gonna cast. Attack first. Not this. Ooh, interesting. Okay, to find out. Okay, no Grixis, but probably like a lightning bolt on the price amalgam, something like that, I'd imagine. Yeah. This is why we're not casting the enablers pre-combat. And maybe bring it back. Land a creature instant. Sure. Then I go to 7. No, to 8. Ripper, Ripper, Ripper. There's one left in that deck. 2 Sorins. Let's just go for the maximum number of cards, trying to bring this amalgam back. I think that seems like the best play. Infinitely punish because we hit the block gas, but that's fine. And again, we're gonna set the upkeep stop. We now have like a couple of different Otherworldly Gazes. We'll see. Creature does not enable, and artifact will do. Okay. That doesn't mean they have to attack here, which is bad for them. Because They are very close to dead. Look at Kimonos. I'll use the one from hand first. This is our last Vein Ripper, but it's going in the bin. We're gonna. I mean, may as well do this now because our opponent's tapped out. We hit. Chill. Chill is lethal. Okay. Oh yeah. Really good. That's like a 1 or 2 of, just because if you mill it, all your creatures get flying. So you always have islands with the fetch lands. On the play. I mean, we have Glimpse plus Reanimate. It's a little slow. We're not doing anything on turn 1, but I'm going to keep this. This is a decent example of where we can just go find this Avail land. Plurus. We get very, very sad if our opponent loses our Glimpse, but okay, we'll see how it goes. It's a Swift Spear. Alright. Sewers. We'll leave a second Glimpse on top so we can draw that. Alright. So see how this runs. That's pretty decent. Doesn't like Ghoul, one of the good things about playing the Vein Ripper build. And now we need to make a big decision because we have the opportunity to reanimate Vein Ripper. Which seems pretty good, but obviously we're taking quite a lot of damage to do that. So we need to think about our life total and what that'll look like. And how soon we can gain life off of it. We have a Sorin in hand without the extra land. Other option is to just Glimpse again. I think is totally defensible. And less, at least, immediately dangerous. The upside of Vein Ripper is, of course, that if your opponent can't answer it, then you're in a really good spot. As is... we're at 20. If they have 6 points of damage here, we go to 14. The Vein Ripper puts 8. Okay, so I don't think we're dead if we reanimate the Vein Ripper. That's the first thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna attack with this. I've just talked about how that's the... Okay, I'm actually not gonna attack with this. This time we're not gonna attack with it. I'm gonna Otherworldly Gaze, just to see if we can hit a buffer. If we hit Creeping Chill or can find a 4th land. Okay. Silvermate Ghoul in the Graveyard is decent. I'll keep the extra land on top. And we're gonna go for the Reanimate. Alright. We take 6, go to 14. Then we probably take another 6 here. Go to 8. We're just kind of banking on them not having land fetch, like Bolt, Bump, Skewer, or something like that. Which is possible. Bowmaster's me. Okay, this is way... This is much better than I thought it would be. Alright. I say that. Let's actually see what happens. Yeah, so here's the Lightning Bolt Skewer the critics I was worried about. Oh yeah, Bolt Skewer. That surely can't be. There isn't mutagenic growth is not on arena. I've checked. Oh. Oh, this actually can't fetch a non-basic. Fine. I'm just gonna put myself to one. There we go. Alright. That's a set with Vampire Dredge. Most of the games went pretty well. It's some pretty tight ones versus some of the burn stuff, which can be kind of expected, I think. Deck is really solid, very powerful. You're a little bit less consistent than you could be with more enablers. You're really kind of like, hey, we've got Secret Keeper, we've got Gaze, we've got Glimpse. Oftentimes, a couple of these is enough, or Glimpse, just hitting one Glimpse is decent enough. And so you're kind of trimming enablers to fit in Vein Ripper, Sorin, Reanimate, which is its own kind of engine. We saw the Vein Ripper get reanimated a couple of times, was really strong. And we saw a few times with like the Sorin was able to like, hey, we're going to sacrifice Silvermane Gold to ping, gain a bunch of life. That's going to bring itself back. Those synergies also pretty good there. That last game, I was just going to tick the Sorin up on the Vein Ripper to gain 7. Crack in with it. But hey, there's a lot of ways you can build this. I'm planning on doing another Timeless Dredge, kind of like stream with it or video with it. Looking at a much more kind of like streamlined version with a bit more consistency there, with fanning the third path. We still have some reanimates because it's just so good with Price Amalgam, but maybe you'd have like some Stitcher suppliers and some other enablers in there. The Wanders I mentioned, which can kind of give everything flying, and kind of without, well, Bloodghast and Silvermane Gore are still both incredible, but without like Sorin and Vein Ripper. But you look at that, and then you kind of look at what happened in the show and tell match where we just died on turn 3 immediately. Like, hey, you still need to be able to race some of those decks to the format. And game 1 at least, Dredge can't do that very well. Adding this kind of package lets you keep up a bit better. The sheer power of just being able to like drop Vein Ripper into play, do all the shenanigans. However, when you're playing in best of 3, you have more space, I guess, to have things like Spell Pierce, Thoughtseize in your sideboard, or maybe even in your main deck if you wanted to help disrupt other combo decks in the format. But I think that does put you a bit weaker versus some of the aggressive decks like Burn, and hey, you diluting your game plan one way or the other. Here we're like diluting the main game plan to add like a massive power spike with Vein Ripper either reanimating or cheating into play with Sorin. Hey, it's all decisions and stuff. But yeah. Hope you enjoy the deck. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do like, subscribe, share it around, and check out the Twitch stream, which is where I'm streaming at the moment. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.